Last year, I had the incredible opportunity to explore different parts of the world, and along the way, I witnessed some truly fascinating places, cultures, and stories. From bustling cities to remote corners and beautiful natural spots, each experience left me with memories worth sharing. In this video, I've put together my favorite fragments from my recent travels, moments that capture the spirit, surprises, and uniqueness of the world around us. Let's dive in. We're starting with Morocco, a place where history, culture, and stunning landscapes intertwine. I wandered through the vibrant Medinas, soaked in the coastal views, and felt a blend of European, African, and Middle Eastern influences. See for yourself. The trip to Tangier on a speed train took us a little longer than 2 hours. Those are French Alstom trains, comparatively new ones. This one was made in 2014. They do go fast. A road trip would take us 4 or 5 hours. I love speed railways. We're in the northern part of Morocco. I hear you can see the Spanish coast in this fine weather. The distance between Tangier and Spain is only 14 kilometers. In the previous century, the seaport kept passing from one country to another. It was ruled by France, Spain, Britain, Italy, Portugal, and Belgium. As a result, the city acquired all their cultures. On top of that, Tangier attracts artists, musicians, diplomats, and criminals. The Rolling Stones visited it, and Henri Matisse painted here. We're at the sea. Some time ago, you could easily board a ferry and arrive at Spain in 30 minutes. Because of coronavirus, you can't do that anymore. Let's walk around and have a look at the freshly made embankment. Let's enjoy the sea. That's how the embankment looks like. And those are the legendary benches. Well, that's not the best example. Such benches are scattered all over the world. I guess they were sold everywhere. I saw them in Africa, in the Caribbean. I saw them in all the countries related to France. We're in the Spanish part of Morocco. North Morocco belonged to Spain once. I guess they put the benches here recently. A French bench spreading program or something. And here's the sea. Sea and sand. Almost like in Rio de Janeiro. Well, almost. We walked several kilometers along the center. Everything looks nice. It's not flawless, but still fine, you know? Maybe they have a national urban program or something. They're renovating all Moroccan cities that can possibly attract tourists. Check this out. There used to be slums, now demolished and turned into a lawn. A nice lawn with trees. Well, we couldn't do without crap, of course. They're not able yet to construct a good drain and sloping and let the water drain away. Here's a Moroccan boozer having a rest. I have no idea how he found booze or drugs here. Whatever poison he uses. He's having a rest. The sun in Tangier lets him do that. Yes, Lena's telling me to watch my step. We're not in Paris yet. Paris doesn't let us in. Here's a ferry terminal. I guess that's where ferries to Spain departed from. Before the pandemic, before Europe was closed. I have a strong temptation to rent a boat and go to Spain. What would you do there, Lena? Eat jamon and octopus with potatoes at Spanish markets? Oh my, oh my. Let's rent a boat and go. You'll row. The first spot on our map is Gran Teatro Cervantes. It was built in 1913, now it's abandoned, and we can't enter it legally because of the sad guard. He prevents intruders from sneaking into the amazing theater. We're in the maze. It's under construction. They're renovating the whole Medina in Tangier. They're relaying the boards, constructing new gutters and drains. A serious reconstruction is going on here. And here are the results of their reconstruction. They set up identical wooden doors and shutters. Identical sheds all over the place. Not only in Tangier, but in all cities. They make everything identical to please tourists' eyes. Here are some genuine entrances, but they'll get ruined soon. While they're busy scrubbing the main streets, well, not scrubbing, just painting and tiling them up, their beautiful entrances are getting ruined. Check out the amazing interior. That's the main street of Tangier. It's noisy. Everyone's honking away, wanting something from each other. Why are you honking? Tangier is a large city with more than 1 million residents. The policemen are whistling. Everyone's honking. Like, come on, go, go. It's a mess. Walking here is hard. Here's a bus. It's blue and nicely decorated. Which life principles do various Moroccans follow? That's the point. As long as we're not in Marrakesh, I'll prepare you for Marrakesh. You know Marrakesh. Marrakesh is always ready for you. They're always ready for tourists, aren't they? It's not like that in Casablanca. They're also waiting for tourists in the old city of Fez. But its new city, residents are elegant. They're different. Because Fez is the science of Morocco, the spirituality of Morocco, and so on. The north presents women and beauty. Beautiful women. The most beautiful women of Morocco live in the north of Morocco. I got it. Do they work? They do. A husband may be jobless, but she works. That's lovely. They both work, actually. How many wives do they have here? As for wives, let me tell you something. Let's see what they have there. They're from Tangier. From Tangier? Ask him, what was the dancing about? They came from Tangier and liked the tour they had here. And that was their way to say thank you to the city before leaving. From the warmth and rich colors of Morocco, we're heading to a place of raw, untamed beauty, Iceland. Here, I found myself surrounded by towering volcanoes, dynamic landscapes, and a kind of harsh weather that makes you feel truly alive. It's a land where nature reigns supreme, and every view feels like a glimpse into the Earth's wild heart.
It's typical Icelandic weather outside. By that, I mean that it's absolutely terrible. It's raining, the clouds are low, but most importantly, it's windy. I'll show you. There's an app called Safe Travel. I recommend you install it because it shows you all the roads. If any of the roads are closed, it immediately indicates in the app. And most importantly, it shows the wind direction and speed in different places, because that's important here. And right now on this road, the temperature is 10. And the wind is up to 25 meters per second, which is a strong storm. And you can feel it, the car is being swept away. About 5 kilometers before the car park from which you have to walk up to the volcano, there's a police car, and they're saying that the entry to the volcano is closed. You guys shouldn't go there because there's a storm and you'll die. I want to go outside and check if it's really a storm. I'll do it. Alright, there's no storm. Anyway, I've been thinking about it, and I've decided not to go to the volcano just yet. I've got a feeling with this much wind and rain, I might not make it alive. I'm trying to see the geysers during this hurricane wind. The wind is so strong. It's already about 30 meters per second. Welcome to Iceland, a land of amazing beauty and harsh weather. There are some geysers behind me, but all I can think of is how not to die here. And now, friends, I will tell you about my major Icelandic fail. I read the clever articles of clever scientists which said that once the volcano started erupting, it would be spewing lava for at least a month or two, so I decided to wait and come back, here when the weather is good. But it was too late. It turns out that volcanoes can go out just as suddenly as they started erupting. Right from the top of the volcano, volcanologists ride a quad bike, and ordinary people walk and admire the still lava. There are some fantastic lava fields. It's all still, and you can walk and admire it. Iceland is called the land of ice and fire because glaciers and snow neighbor volcanoes and hot geysers. This contrast is due to the fact that the island is located on the boundary of two tectonic plates. Because of this, Iceland has high geological activity. There are more than 200 volcanoes of different types, and some of them are still erupting from time to time. Before I arrived in Iceland, the Facades Fall volcano near Reykjavik began to erupt. A few days later, before the volcano erupted, more than 1,000 tremors were recorded in the area. The Icelandic Meteorological Bureau advises people not to go near the volcano because of the dangerous gases that it emits. However, this doesn't stop the tourists. They still come to see the Facades Fall. It's right behind me. But in fact, while tourists were coming here, it had stopped erupting, and now it's just a hardened lava field. You can still see red lava in some cracks where steam and smoke come out. But what is interesting is the whole story with the volcano, and I was struck by how quickly the Icelanders were able to create infrastructure for tourists. I mean, it started erupting literally 3 weeks ago, and there's already a path. There are navigation signs. They measured the route, hammered in the poles, put up the navigation signs, organized parking, organized a system of charging for this parking. Note the navigation sign. It's just recently been installed. It's very fresh and beautiful. Here's the observation deck. And it's 6 kilometers from here to the car park. This is how they've done the trail. They put up some sand here, leveled it out as much as possible, and it's quite comfortable to walk on. And look, because to see the red lava, people also come here at night. They put up these torches here. They light up at night and start flashing. They're not on right now. I don't know how it works, but the torch came on. Maybe there's a sensor in there, or maybe there's a little Icelandic gnome with a watch that sits there and lights it up a certain time. But now their torches are lit along the trail. think that's all I wanted to say about the infrastructure for tourists. That is literally in a few weeks the Icelanders have laid a special path, put sand here, leveled everything, removed stones so people could go to the volcano more comfortably. How good they are. There are some tractors working here. Volcanologists ride on their quad bikes and even stand there to try to study something. The Icelanders have incredibly quickly organized access to this place, and now people go there without any problems and admire the volcano. And everyone is waiting with hope for a new eruption.
From Iceland's wild landscapes, we're making a leap across the globe to the vibrant and electric world of Japan. Here, I explored quirky shops filled with surprising and unusual items you'd only find in this country. And of course, no visit to Japan is complete without diving into its rich anime culture. Let's take a look at what makes Japan so unique.
Suddenly, a shop is selling cards with Pokemon on them. A card with Pikachu is priced at 88,000 yen. It's there in an envelope. There's another one for 44,000. There's another one for 22,000. Or there are different cards, and just so you know, there's a big selection for each Pokemon. Here is something interesting. You can buy a glass with ice. Then a drink, pour it into this glass, and you have an iced tea, for example. That's amazing. And here there are drinks. I mean, you can buy a juice, and if it doesn't seem cold enough, there are glasses with ice. Small, big, medium. A shop with bags of jelly with grapes. Very tasty, by the way. It's not sweet, it's quite cold. The grapes are nice. But it's very expensive for a can like this, 1,000 yen. The Japanese invented so many things. For example, special band-aids to cover girls' mouths. So if your girlfriend calls you by another male name in the night, you can probably buy her such a band-aid. Most likely it's to stop her snoring, but the funny thing is that if a girl gets her mouth covered, men get their noses covered. And if none of that helps, they can plug their ears with these fashionable earplugs. There is a toothbrush shop. They say everything is handmade. Today, Akibara is home to hundreds of shops selling anime, manga, souvenirs, promotional items, and games. But if you think there are crowds of teenagers here, it's not so. Because anime is considered an adult animation genre. So this is where the serious adult fans hang out. There are dozens of maid-themed cafes in Akibara, and their main visitors are also men. However, the name maid cafe comes from the word maid. It is the waitresses who most often work as maids. Figurines like this are once sold everywhere here. They cost a pretty penny, and there are vending machines where you can find some of them too. I, to my great shame, don't understand any of it. But according to the number of shops and what crowds there are here, now it's morning of a working day, but in the afternoon people come and buy all this stuff. So it's an amazing culture, which happened far away from me, but it must be a paradise for those who are interested in it. And for those who understand it. Another very convenient feature of Japan is these storage spaces. They are everywhere, in underground stations, shopping malls, just in the street. So if you came here and you're walking around the city, you bought something and you want to leave it somewhere for a while, you'll rent one of these cells for $1 or $2. You drop off your bags and walk lightly. This is absolutely amazing. Of course you can find them in many countries, but I've never seen as many as in Japan. Here they're really everywhere. A cell costs 300 yen or $2. you can rent it for $2. Here they built a big complex with cells for rent. A big one costs 700 yen, a medium one 500 yen, a small one 400 yen. And there are such lockers near every underground station.
Next, we're heading to London, a city where past and present exist side by side. Here, the remnants of centuries-old buildings are seamlessly woven into the modern cityscape, creating a fascinating blend of old and new. And if you look closely, you'll even find something unexpected: fake house facades. London is full of hidden details, and I can't wait to show you. Let's see how the British keep their historical heritage. If you can't renovate an old building, you can embed it into the area. My friends, here's a solution to dealing with somehow ruined buildings. Renovation is not always necessary. The same with restoration and demolition of the remnants. A good way is to preserve the ruins and turn it into a landmark, into a kind of monument or something. Just like that. I don't know what it used to be. A church, maybe. Anyway, it's not that anymore. It's just ruins now. I'm walking along a bridge passage, and here are some remnants down there. It used to be either a kind of house or a temple, whatever. You know, we're in a modern area. That's the city over there. In a modern area with skyscrapers and office buildings, they somehow preserved their history and turned it into a basis for a small landscape park. They even constructed passages between the buildings and decorated them with curved benches. Leinster Garden Street shows vividly the respect they pay to their city and its environment. You can look close at the houses 23 and 24. You'll notice their fronts are fake. The thing is, in the 1860s, a tube line was launched here. Back then, steam trains went not so deep and let out steam in the open. Houses on their way were generally demolished, but it was decided to leave the fronts in the fancy area. You see, it's visible. The windows are made of glass here, but over there, the windows are clearly fake. Those are false windows. They didn't want to demolish the fancy houses and decided to leave the fronts. From here, it's clear the windows are totally fake. So are the doors. If you spend a night in the hotel, you'll not hear any tube trains from 1 to 5 a.m. But for the rest of your stay, you'll hear the clatter. Have you watched the Sherlock TV series? There's an episode when Sherlock brings Watson's wife here and projects her portrait on the wall. Then he's like, "I got you. You're as empty as the wall." Yellow and green tube lines pass down there with their spacious trains. When you ride them, you see, unlike the red one that goes underground, it was built with modern technologies. It uses spacious trains, just like in Moscow. The reason is the way of construction. The line was built for steam trains. Now we may hear the clatter of the trains, although it's not loud. Back in the 19th century, we'd see a plume of steam and hear much louder clatter. Finally, we're off to Uzbekistan, a place rich with tradition, color, and unforgettable encounters. During my visit, I had the chance to experience the vibrant atmosphere of a Gypsy wedding, filled with music, dance, and celebration. I also met a young karate champion. Uzbekistan's warmth and spirit left a lasting impression, and I'm excited to share these moments with you.
Gypsy wedding celebrations differ in various Uzbekistan areas. Usually it depends on the family's financial state. the money they have. A gypsy family can be rich and mighty. I've seen such weddings in Bukhara city. They invited the most expensive performers from Tashkent driving Mercedes and Bentleys, like local singer Yulduz Usmanova and other Uzbek celebrities. In Gypsy language, all feasts like weddings are called toy. They can celebrate a wedding or an engagement, or even a male circumcision. Typically, they execute it at the age from 4 to 7, sometimes even at 10. If the parents don't have much money and had to save for that. Male circumcision is called sonat toy, and it's also a big feast. What would you like to wish the newlyweds? I wish them good luck and happiness. You see, it's fine now. The life's fine. We are happy now. We have everything we need in Uzbekistan. What presents do newlyweds get at their wedding? They get gold as a present. Gold? Yes. The groom's family should give them gold, right? Yes. Say it can be a golden chain. Uzbekistan is the best country. Tashkent is the best city. Bravo! Bravo, bro. We visited the real Gypsy karate champion. Hello. Hi. Do you remember me? You do? Are you the champion? Amazing. How old are you? What age? He's 13. 13? A certificate. The champion. Would you mind telling us a bit about Shakboz? How did he start his sport career? Is that traditional in your family? Yes, he did great at school and was good at sports. But he got sick, and he was not allowed. Shakboz got sick and was not allowed to do sports anymore? Are those your medals? Let him tell you about the medals, where and how he got them, at which competitions. Were all the competitions in Uzbekistan or international? In Uzbekistan, cities like Samarkand. Which countries did he compete in? In Samarkand, in Tashkent. Those are Uzbek cities. Any other countries? No. Shakboz, can you show us your skills?
I hope you enjoyed this journey through some of my favorite moments from last year's travels. The world is full of incredible places, stories, and people, and there's always more to explore. Thank you for coming along for the ride, and stay tuned because there are plenty more adventures ahead. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and leave a comment. Also, share it on Reddit or send a link to your friends on WhatsApp.